material. All right. You ready?
Ready.
Welcome to the Boy Dad Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Braun the Dad. With me, as always, is Michael Braun the Boy.
And hello, my name is Michael Braun, and I will be his kid host today.
You're the kid host today. Is Mommy here?
No.
Our producer, Mommy, is here, yes, as always.
Yes.
What did you want to talk about?
We wanted to talk about our favorite food places.
This is a good topic because we just went to Bradley's Country Store.
Yes.
For our Tallahassee folks, they're going to be surprised to hear this. I have never been to Bradley's Country Store before.
Yes, never.
So what was my first time like?
Really good. And he thought he literally had a dog hot dog.
Oh, man. Do you like living in Tallahassee now?
Yeah.
We might not want to eat for the whole podcast. Just because you can hear. I went to Bradley's Country Store for the first time. How many times have you been? 10, 15, 20? It's nice to live in the same place. It's nice to grow up in the same place as your dad, I think. And you have experiences that I've never had before. What?
That's not true.
Why?
It's just not.
So I went to Bradley's for the first time.
Yes.
And we went through, we got our drinks, our fancy drinks. I always like a knee-high or a frosty root beer.
I ate my whole thing. Can I have some of that?
You need some water?
Water break. Beep.
That was my campaign sticker. The only positive thing to come out of that.
What was your campaign sticker?
Braun, Chandler City Council. So when we think about our favorite places to eat, we saw my uncle and all his kids, another boy dad. They were talking about their favorite places to eat. We went to Bradley's Country Store.
Yes.
So in Atlanta, you were born in Atlanta, Georgia? Is that right? Do you remember where we used to go eat there?
Yes. Wait, what?
Where we used to eat in Atlanta, Georgia? So we lived in Chamblee. It's near a town called Dunwoody. There was a Italian deli. It was East and 43rd Street, something like that. You remember what it was, Mommy? Yes. East and 43rd. It was. Don't do that. The levels are really important. We're gonna have echo here. So very nice, but the problem with Dunwoody, the problem with any of those suburban towns is that even if they perfectly match, if you took Bradley's Country Store and you perfectly matched it up in Dunwoody, it wouldn't be as authentic. So Atlanta has authentic restaurants.
I got these there, so
Yes.
they're my favorite.
They have, I think, Captain D's Barbecue or something like that. They have Mary Mac's.
I got that from Bradley's.
So Bradley's is an old, go ahead.
An old, like, Western themed restaurant.
And that's it. It's not themed. That's just how it was. When it was built in the 1800s, that's just how those stores looked. Isn't that funny? And so we got our soft drinks.
So it is really old.
It's really old. It's over 100 years old.
What if the roof falls?
And we got our sausage dogs, plain. What did I get?
A dog hot dog.
I got mayonnaise, hot mustard, and fresh tomatoes. And so it's funny, in Tallahassee, a lot of folks will buy and make Bradley sausages, right? But they're making them themselves. So I've never had a Bradley sausage cooked by the Bradley store. It was a different experience. There was a little bit, they know better how to handle a Bradley sausage, I think, than anyone else in town. Regardless, it was my favorite Bradley sausage, but on the table, there were slices of individually packed ham. Is that funny? Are you making fun of my gestures? How should I talk? You gotta talk the people.
Hello.
You have to talk during the podcast because dead air makes people turn off the channel.
What is dead air?
It's just silence.
Oh.
but we'll be able to cut it. So we'll look at the camera. We'll cut it between our faces when we put it on Instagram.
Like, cut.
So like you'll be talking, I'll be talking, and we'll cut back and forth. So anyway, there were individually sliced pieces of ham.
Yes.
Michael learned what individual meant, right?
Yeah.
And I asked the lady who was working. We made the hot dogs and everything, and it's a deli style. It's a meat counter.
Bon appetit.
It's a meat counter, so you're going in line and you have to go back and forth, and you have to like jostle people, or don't do that. People don't want to hear that sound.
What?
If you do that, people will not like the podcast.
Oh.
You're not like, this is a long story. This is for the people, though.
Yeah.
Don't you want people?
Yeah.
All right, so here's the bottom line. You want me to hurry up with the story? So.
No more laughing, by the way.
Okay, no more laughing. So I asked the woman, hey, are these slices of ham, are these for human consumption? And I was trying to be jokey. Hey, this ham, is this for like human consumption? And she looked at me, do you remember? She looked at me and she was like, yes. Yeah. And so the whole time I can't believe this is annoying. That I'm going to this country store and I'm being very patient. I'm trying to engage with this store on its level. I'm trying to appreciate the full thing. But this is not an area where I should be expected to know what the ham is for. People all the time build things for that. There's probably listeners who know that the ham is for dogs right now that are making fun of me. So it could have been a dog toy. I don't know why they have the ham. They have country ham, very salty country ham at the Silver Skillet up in Atlanta. There's plenty of ways to use ham, right?
Bon appetit.
Right? Bon appetit.
Then what did bon appetit?
Mommy reminded me of something though. Human consumption is kind of a complex word. She might not have known what human consumption. What I meant when I said are these for human consumption?
Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
Is it like for humans?
Yes.
Like, is it for humans?
Is it for humans? That was the question I was asking.
Like, if it's not, I'm not buying it.
So what happened to you while you were there? Any good stories?
I thought there was like this humongous fly, but it was actually this big of a wasp.
Oh my goodness.
It was a big old wasp. This big.
You scared of wasps?
Like, it was this big.
It's good to have a little dead air sometimes. You gotta think.
This big.
What else? Bradley's Country Store.
Nothing else. Let's just talk about another thing.
Well, you wanted to talk about your favorite restaurant.
Yeah.
Right? So what is your favorite restaurant?
My favorite restaurant is that taco place that is what Mom actually ate my taco bowl.
You talking about Chipotle?
I had my own taco that you could make by yourself.
Yeah.
That kids can make by themselves, and it was cool.
It was cool. I had a taco. I went to a taco truck this weekend. A taco truck in Lexington, Kentucky, outside of a gas station.
Yeah.
That was really good.
You're small.
I'm small when you're up on the... Oh, are we still in frame? That's what we just got to make sure we're still in frame.
I'm bigger than you right now.
All right, my favorite restaurant. That is a tough one. I ate bad on my trip.
Why?
Because you're driving, it's hard to eat good. I had McDonald's.
Oh
No.
Did you have Wendy's?
I didn't have Wendy's, but
Did you have Chick-fil-A?
I did have Chick-fil-A.
Did you have Chipotle?
I know.
Mom ate Chipotle, but she doesn't really like it.
Chipotle is lower on the rankings for us.
I love Chipotle.
Do you like churros?
No, I love Chipotle.
Do you like Chipotle better than churros?
Yes.
Wow, that's interesting. That's pretty good. We'll have to remember that.
But I really do want to go there because I haven't been there in a long time.
To churros?
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. What else do the people want to know? So you want to know my favorite restaurant?
Yes.
All right. So there were a lot of restaurants I went to when I first moved to Atlanta.
Get going!
There were a lot of. What was that about? What were you pretending to do just then?
What?
What were you pretending to do just then?
Telling you to get going?
Am I taking too long to tell my stories?
Yes.
Okay, so ask me again. This is good. This is the Boy Dad podcast concept that we're working on this still, because what's the point, right? So we're gonna do this from
What's the point of that?
Michael's perspective. These are the podcast topics. What's your favorite restaurant? You're saying
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
I mean, Chipotle.
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 My favorite restaurant
Favorite.
is Mary Mac's Tea Room in Atlanta. Is that it? We had some bad food over the weekend. Remember? No. No, people have to want to watch. What? Go ahead.
I was pretending to barf.
We had bad food at Wild Adventures. Were the chicken strips very good?
No. I do not like their foods.
No, but you did.
But I actually kind of do like them, but I don't.
It was funny to me that you ordered onion rings. You were very insistent that you liked them. You ate the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
You got something? Give me something. Go ahead.
Actually, after that, I actually did throw up after.
Did you?
I threw up in the toilet when I was going potty. I'm serious! I know it was kind of weird.
Oh, man. I was very impressed. Not only did you order onion rings, this is why we're doing the podcast, because you're mature enough now. Ordering onion rings, you rode the boomerang, which I think used to be called the cheetah.
Why?
Is that right? They used to be called the cheetah. They've renamed all of the rides at Wild
Are you
Adventures.
serious? All of them?
Well, the big shooty ride now, it's branded Valdosta State. That's pretty good. Somebody really worked hard. Some marketing person.
Oh, the cheetahs actually go weird.
We saw.
What about that ride you told me about at the end?
All right. Oh, yeah.
Tell us. Tell the story. It's okay to tell the story. You can tell the story. What happened? What was the ride?
It was the ride of Okefenokee.
The Okefenokee Friends. I love that.
Marshall laughed at me, actually.
It's very funny. Did you show him a picture? It's very funny because you rode every roller coaster that you could. You rode the boomerang, which is the scariest roller coaster you've been on, right?
No, it was the goodest one.
I remember going to Six Flags over Georgia. You probably remember this. We rode the Joker, the Poison Ivy, where it had the Riddler coaster with the loop. It had 2 loops.
No, it had 5.
So you went upside down. I was so impressed, and you just started. You were like, "I love roller coasters now." We went on other roller coasters. You were riding every scary ride, and we got to the big swing that goes up 200 feet in the air. Do you remember that? And we rode the swings, and you were there. Do you remember?
What swings?
The super duper tall swings at Six Flags over Georgia.
Uh-huh.
And I said, "Wow, you're tall enough. Do you want to go up?" You said, "Yep." And we got in line. I was so scared to ride that ride.
Was I scared?
No, you weren't scared at all.
When I did it, was I scared?
No, you weren't scared at all.
How are you scared?
I don't like those rides. The height.
What height?
It was 200 feet in the air.
Oh, that it broke down.
Well, we don't need to get into it. You still are. You want to do it next time. We should do it next time we go.
But you broke that. You broke it.
No. I was under the weight limit. All right, what's the last thing?
You just tell me.
Let's see. We've got 15 minutes. We've done pretty good. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do a sound connection.
Guess what?
What?
My dad said that, what's it called again? That I couldn't go on.
Oh, you couldn't go.
That you convinced me.
You're talking about the boomerang?
No.
The Riddler coaster?
No, in Florida.
In Florida? The Okefenokee Swamp? What am I missing here? Say again.
The thing that you were too tall, but I was in the yellow.
Oh. So, if you guys know Wild Adventures, there's a roller coaster that quickly goes around turns. It was in Zombieland, if you remember. They went around and they shot zombies. So, it goes really quick around. So, if you're too tall, you can't ride it. You have to be under 6.
Because it would break
You'll
down.
you'll swip your neck around. So as soon as we got there, I'm like, you should go on that one, Michael. I'm too tall, but you should go by yourself. The whole time I wanted you to go on a fun, big roller coaster by yourself. Right? You're almost 6, So I was like, yeah, that would be a good time for him. At the end of the day, finally, I convinced him. You're tall enough, you could go by yourself. He's like, all right, I'll go by myself. You'll wait right by the exit. And we get there, and you have to be 6'2" to ride it at all. But if you're under 52 inches, you have to ride it with a partner, somebody older than 14. And you're only 48 inches on the dot, by the way. The whole time at the park, I was worried that some people would be like more of a stickler and wouldn't let you ride. And that happened, remember? Mm-hmm. Where'd that happen? A water slide. I want to give you an opportunity to talk.
And I actually, this might be pretty freaky for a little kid, but I love that thing being on my own. That went, gee.
Yes, the big that shot you up in the air. That was awesome. We'll edit in some footage here. We'll edit the footage in. The end?
What?
The end?
Yes.
The end?
The end.
This is a little stagecraft. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait.